Hey Mung Beans. I'm Joey.
I'm Ashley.
And this is Wine Time Mysteries.
If you're into true crime,
And if the paranormal gets your nips hard,
then this is for you. But before we get started,
make sure to follow us on Spotify and stalk us on Insta and TikTok.
or send your inquiries to winetimemysteries@gmail.com, and we promise to at least try to get back to you.
Lego!
This week, I do want to do a little shout out to someone because they put me onto this case. And you
James?
you can check him out on Instagram at floating disc, DISC. And he's an amazing Brisbane-based artist. So go check him out.
Yeah, that was Floating Dicks.
Floating dicks. No. Stop talking about dicks. Just because of
But
what that
I love them.
Dicks and balls.
Dicks.
Dicks.
Ass and dicks. Balls,
balls.
dicks. Two balls and one dick.
Sorry, James. No, floating disc. I will tag him in the thing because I'm such a dick and I'm talking about things here and balls. But yeah, he gave me this one. Are you ready? It was December 1st, 1948. And two jockeys stumbled. Why don't you fucking look at me like that? Two jockeys stumbled across a body in Sommerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. Sorry about it, but this is different, so just fucking wait. The man was found sitting in the sand, propped up against the seawall. He was nicely dressed, suit, that kind of thing. His boots were freshly polished, and police were called. Several other people came forward to say they had seen this man laying there the night before. Now look, I get it, because I guess back then you kind of keep your distance. If you see someone, you're like, "Rah. Are they drunk? Are they asleep? Who knows?" But like maybe check or call out to someone, be like, "Oi, dickhead!" Like one witness would say they saw his arm move at one point, but didn't think anything of him just chilling there. Like, okay, who was this man, do you ask? No fucking clue. He had no ID on him.
That's not weird.
Yeah. I like you look like you're holding on to your seat, and I'm like, no fucking idea. No ID on him. Almost all the labels on his clothes were cut off. The end.
This has been a TED Talk. Thank you so much for tuning in.
It's just another Ashley Rose classic. As I said, no labels, no ID, but he did have an unlit cigarette on his coat, like just on like the collar here, like it was just kind of sitting there. An unused second-class rail ticket from Adelaide to Henley Beach, a bus ticket from the city that may have been used, a US manufactured narrow aluminium comb, a half-empty packet of juicy fruit, chewing gum, an Army Club cigarette packet, which is like a British brand, but inside it actually contains seven cigarettes of a different brand. It's a bit weird, right? Kensitis or some shit. A Scottish brand, and a quarter full box of Bryant and May matches, another British brand. Coincidence? I don't know, it's Australia, we have things from everywhere. Who fucking knows? So I said earlier, people did come forward, and another person came forward and claimed to have seen a well-dressed man carrying another man on his shoulder along Somerton Beach the night before the body was found. There was also talk this man was British, because you can tell that kind of thing, you know? That was sarcasm, yeah. He looks British. Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe they heard him speak. Maybe he is carrying a Union Jack.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. Tattoo. I'm from London. Who's that phone in London? No, but this was the pathologist that was like, oh, yeah, he looks British. So he's already dead. Well, I was just about to say, you know how different you and I are. I just look at people and go, I wonder what kind of kinky shit they're into.
Oh, and I'm like, where are they from?
Do you piss on someone when you go home? Like, you look prim and proper, but are you just going to go take a dump on someone's chest? Like, don't you think of that? No? No, because you don't know, like, someone. You don't know what they're like behind closed doors. And I know the Karens aren't getting any. That's why they're fucking Karens.
I think the thought frightens me more than anything else, because I know there's some dark shit out there. and people could be into anything. I think, no, I can't say that I've ever looked at somebody like, I wonder if they like getting pegged. You've been fisted. Like,
You've done a thing.
I don't think like that. I do have like a, I wonder what their penis looks like. But that's because I'm gay and I just love dicks. So...
I guess that's the same with women and boobs. I'll be like, oh, your boobs look good.
Yeah, but
You're gay. You like boobs.
Boobs, look, listen. Boobs are fun but for like an
everyone.
But for an entirely different reason than like, hello. They're just bouncy fun. But
every time I go to a gay club, it's like, toddies.
Yeah,
I remember within 5 minutes, I had some gay guy motorboating my boots. My boobs.
Your boots and cats.
because my boobs are down at my boots. So.
No.
No, what?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is, but I just know it is.
Look at us just talking about tits and
this has
dead
nothing
body.
to do with it.
No, that was me. I was just going on a tangent. Don't mind me.
Back to the story.
Yeah, about looking British.
Yeah, the pathologist looked at him and said, "You look British."
Yeah, and the who was John Burton Sell, that was his name, and he said he was of Britisher appearance, and thought to be aged about 40 to 45, and was in tip-top shape.
He was dead, so I disagree.
I am going to give you a description of this man, because, I don't know.
Was he a daddy?
You can see photos of him.
No, I'm good.
No, because he's everywhere, and we'll find out soon as well. He was 5 foot 11 inches tall.
Sorry, that reminds me of this bird. It is the cutest thing.
Me that You're welcome, mung beans. This is the kind of shit we laugh to.
Sorry, it's just so cute. It made me think of it.
Yeah, no, I love that so much. So 5 foot 11 inches tall, 180 centimeters.
Speaking of height, can I just correct something about the episode that we did back? I think it was episode 20.
Yeah.
Where I said I was 5'77". No, that doesn't make any sense. What I was trying to say was that I'm 1 meter 77 centimeters, and that's what I was trying to get at, but I said it wrong, and I don't want people to think that I'm 5'7", because I'm not that short, even though I'm short for some people. That's fine. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Sorry.
This is one thing I liked though: grey eyes.
Oh,
he had grey eyes. Fair. Oh, he might be your man. You might want to look into him.
He's dead. Ashley.
Yeah, no, but I was about to say
from the 40s. Dead in the 40s.
Perfect partner for you. Doesn't talk.
And can't support me financially. It's too late for a will.
Oh, lordy lord. No, I was about to say...
He's dead, Ashley. From the 40s. Fuck.
See, this is why you're still single, because you got a fucking wingman like me who's like,
he's got
this guy...
grey eyes and he's white. Oh, the perfect man for you.
No,
he's dead.
I was going to say he had fair to ginger coloured hair. You know how you
hair.
like a ginger.
I do like a redhead man, yeah.
Yeah, because they're packing. Prove
but
me
it's
wrong.
not the only reason, but also it is a big reason.
I mean, name one ginger. Wank. Name one ginger who doesn't. Prove me wrong, gingers. Don't send me a dick pic.
Oh my God, if you have red hair and a small doodle, can you please send it to winetimemysteries@gmail.com?
No.
Attention, Ashley Rose.
I've seen
do it.
too many chodes in my time. Slightly grey around the temples as well. This stuff I found really funny because they went like full into detail with his stuff. So broad shoulders, narrow waist, hands and nails that showed no signs of manual labour. Yeah.
Was it me?
Same. Oh my God.
Did I die in the... Oh, I don't have grey eyes.
Also, this part was really weird. It said big and little toes that met in a wedge shape, like those of a dancer or someone who wore boots with pointed toes and pronounced high calf muscles consistent with people who regularly wear boots or shoes with high heels or performed ballet. I straight went to, this bitch is walking around in high heels. All right. He was wearing a white shirt, a red, white and blue tie, brown trousers. I don't think he's gay. Do these colours go together? I don't know. Socks and shoes, a brown knitted pullover, and grey and brown double-breasted jacket of reportedly American tailoring.
But remember, it was also the 1940s. He's hardly going to be walking around in fishnets and a fucking mesh shirt.
Yeah. When in Rome. Yeah. But like I said earlier, all the tags had been removed. They wanted to mention that he had no hat because apparently that was unusual for the time for men not to wear hats. Okay.
He looked like he had worn high heels a lot and he had no tags on his thing, but we're going to focus on the fact he doesn't have a hat.
No wallet, clean shaven, and no ID, as I said before. The police thought it was suicide as nothing seemed out of place in the sense of evidence and stuff. Like they couldn't see, feet. They couldn't see feet. Shoe prints. No evidence. Dental records came up unknown.
Boy, he wasn't from Australia, was he?
A time of death was estimated to be around 2 a.m. on the 1st of December. I find it so crazy how they can work out the time of death.
Well, I mean, it's an estimate though, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway.
Joseph, shut up.
No. Anyway.
Yes.
The autopsy all seemed normal, although they did mention his spleen was 3 sizes bigger than normal. But yeah, I found it weird that they called it out in the autopsy. I was like, okay.
But did they give any... Okay. They made mention of it, right? But they didn't say, like...
Why?
Possibly due to this.
No, which was super annoying, and I couldn't be bothered diving in deeper because this case, I haven't fully covered it because there's so many different bits and pieces that I thought, hey, the little mung beans are like, ooh, this is interesting. Then you can also fall down the spiral that I went through. They even worked out he ate about 3 to 4 hours before he died, and it was a pasty.
I love pasty. He was British.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was British.
It was a Cornish pasty, I'm telling you. They're so good.
She knows. Now, with the food, or just in general, they didn't find like any substances or like foreign objects.
Poisoned
nothing like that. They did think he may have been poisoned, but not from the food, because everything, like, there's no wounds on him kind of thing. Like, he's just dead. He's dead. Now get this, the body was embalmed on 10th of December 1948 because no one came forward to claim the body. Apparently embalming a body was like the first time the police had done this because they just had no evidence. I mean, I guess that's good so that they could keep him around, for much longer. So yeah, as I said before, I won't go into a lot of detail as spoiler alert, this case is unsolved. Yeah, that's why I said it's a bit different because it's my first unsolved case.
Yeah. So it's a cold case then?
Yeah. Yes, it can be unsolved.
Okay. I wonder what would happen if they were to take DNA samples now. Mm-hmm. Oh, never mind. She's going to talk about that eventually.
No. And this is the good part about it as well. There's heaps of kind of like conspiracies, and if you kind of have a look into it, and this is what I meant by a deep dive, there's heaps of different random shit that comes up. So you need to have a little look and get your own little theory about it.
I might do that.
You should. But the first little section I wanted to talk about is the suitcase.
There was a suitcase as well? Did you mention that in Discovery? You shady bitch.
No, well, because this suitcase was found on the 14th of January.
Yeah, the body is...
1949. So this is after he's been embalmed. So he was embalmed and died in 1948. So in 1949, a brown suitcase remained unclaimed at the Adelaide railway station.
So they found an unclaimed...
Yep.
Which makes sense because didn't you say he had tickets with him?
Mm-hmm.
Of train tickets.
You'd think you would kind of have a look at that first, but yeah.
You'd assume.
You would. Now get this, it was checked in the day before the man was found dead. Kidding.
So he was taken from the train station.
Yeah, maybe. And this is the thing. There's a lot of theories you can come up with this. Now, in the case, they found a red checkered dressing gown, a pair of red felt slippers.
This guy was gay.
Honey, he gay.
He was gay.
From another gay.
Let me tell you.
Well, 4 pairs of underpants.
Sometimes we freeball.
Yeah, okay, that's true. PJs.
But remember, he was probably also found dead in one of those pairs.
Or maybe he wasn't wearing any at all. Who knows?
They didn't mention his underwear.
They did not. There was pajamas in there, shaving items, a light brown pair of trousers with sand in the cuffs of like the trousers.
From the beach.
Right. This case is so... I originally was going to do it right towards the start of when we first started the podcast, but there was just so many. I was like, I don't know how to do this because it's just too much and it's very interesting. They also found a screwdriver, a table knife that was cut down to what I can only kind of think of like a shank or something like that, because they did say it was like a stabby stab.
But it's already a knife.
Yeah, stabby stab.
A stabby stab.
A pair of scissors with sharpened points, a small square of zinc, apparently to protect the knife and scissors. I don't know, a word like sheath was written, and I couldn't stop thinking of fuzzers, so I got distracted. You're welcome. His hand just went over his face, and he's just... They said sheath. You can't say sheath to me.
What?
I wish I could, like, you guys could see Joey's face. It was just so much disappointment.
Continue. It's fine.
For those who don't know, a fuzzer is a foreskin. Also, they found in the suitcase a stenciling brush.
What is a stenciling brush?
I had a look, and I tried to look at like a picture of it, but it said like maybe for like, I don't fucking know. I'm doing hand motions here and clickings. What is a stenciling brush? Who knows? But yeah, this stuff could just be a coincidence. But in the case was some wax shit that I don't even know what it was, but it was something that wasn't from Australia and had been used to fix up his pants. Something wax related. It had wax something. I like how you're letting me dig myself deeper and deeper. Yeah.
I just don't know what this wax thing would be.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was like this weird, and I was just like, I don't know, it's some wax shit. Now, the clothing also had the tags removed. However, police did find a name, T. Keane, on the items, but it didn't lead to anywhere, as even like back then people would have secondhand clothing. It wasn't unusual to have someone else's name written on your clothes. There was an inquest that got pushed back to June 1949 because they pretty much thought he could have been drugged with an over-the-counter concoction, but unsure if he took it himself or unknowingly. So apparently they didn't say what they thought it was, or they wouldn't name the drugs because it could be done over the counter, and I guess they don't want people knowing.
Bitch, he was so gay. He was a PMP power bottom.
Oh, pretend I know what that is.
Party and play. It means they do drugs and then get fucked.
See, right? This is the whole freaking, you don't know what people are like in the bedroom. You don't know what, just because he's dressed nicely, you don't know shit.
You don't know anything.
They even did a cast of the Somerton Man, his head and shoulders. It's fucking weird. The one thing that was nice, he was given a burial by the Salvation Army.
So we can see what he looks like.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, he's literally embalmed. So there's a picture of his dead body, but he's embalmed, and it's, you know, because they plastered it everywhere to see who knew him. Just type in the Somerton Man.
There's a dead man.
But like, you can see his clothing and how he's dressed.
Oh, is that a photo of, or is that a remake of how he was found? That's not the real photo.
No, I think it is the real one. But yeah, there's heaps of photos you can see of him.
Oh, they literally show you the legs. Those are some muscly ass legs.
This is what I mean. You need to look into it all. It's freaking crazy.
Oh, that's the cast?
Yeah, creepy looking cast.
I mean, he looks a little older than I thought he was going to be.
You wouldn't think something like this in Australia, hey? It's weird. You're so welcome. And look at you, looking at your first dead body in a long time, me hitting everything. Yeah.
But I think that one was okay because you said it didn't. I think it's because he didn't look fucked up.
Yeah, and because
he looked like he was asleep.
Yeah, he was embalmed as well, so whatever photos were taken. But yes, as I said before, he was given a burial by the Salvation Army so they wouldn't have a pauper's grave, which I thought was super sweet. And yes, I know what pauper means. It's another word for poor. Boom, bitch.
I think it's really funny though. I think it's really interesting that they wanted to make sure that this strange foreign white man that they knew nothing about got buried by the Salvation Army, so he didn't have a pauper's grave. However, Aboriginal folk weren't actually
I was just about to say,
considered
exactly
human.
where you're going with this.
That to me is fucked up. And this is not that kind of podcast right now, but
but I mean,
yeah, you're white. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll do anything for you.
Full inquest into it. So as I said earlier, you can find a lot of more drama and conspiracies and everything as a lot of people started coming forward. Apparently there was a guy that stayed in a hotel close by and had an accent and just a case, and the staff went through it. So, you know, why not? Who gives a shit back then or even now? And apparently only found a needle. So that's a bit sus.
A single needle.
In the case.
Like a sewing needle.
No, like a
syringe.
Needle, yeah. Syringe. All right, Kiwi. Is that what you guys call it? Syringes? We always say needle.
Well, they're called syringes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're New Zealander. You call it a syringe. It is called a syringe.
All right, plaster.
They are called plasters. A Band-Aid is the brand.
It's a Band-Aid. Chili bin.
I don't call it that. I call it an esky.
An esky. So there were a few times people were like, oh, is this him? And you can see it all online, fall down the well. But in 2011, when the case resurfaced, the Attorney General was like, yeah, nah, more than just curiosity to dig this guy up your hair. But then in 2019, female Attorney General blah was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's dig him up. Obviously for DNA. Like
your hair?
Yeah, your hair. That's how they spoke. In 2019. 3 years ago. 3 years ago? 2 years ago. 1 + 1 is 2.
Next month it's 2022. Isn't it weird?
But yeah, they dug him up for DNA. Well, they wanted to. Like the stuff we have now, blah, blah, blah. But what happened in 2019?
Corona.
La Corona. So he was exhumed on the 19th of May 2021. So literally just this year. I also want to add just one little bit because I tried to have a look at more development from him being exhumed, all that kind of crap. But there's nothing just yet. I do want to add one little note, however, about this, and I'm not going to be able to pronunciate it, but fuck, you know me. This case is also under the name of I should have done how do you say this? But you know me.
Well,
I think it's the Tarman Should case, they call it that, because it's let me use my words again. I'm right at the end and I'm just like, bleh. So the name, nope. So yes, I'm going to try and pronounce this, but I could get it wrong. The case is also under the name of the Tarman Should. Now this is named after the Persian phrase meaning is over or is finished. And it was printed on the scrap of paper found months later in the pocket of the man's trousers. The scrap had been torn from the final page of a copy of Rabayat of Amar something, authored by a 12th century poet. So yeah, it was like a poetry book and it was ripped. The page was ripped just to show that, and it was in his pocket.
And they didn't find this...
Apparently not.
At original discovery?
Why would you check every single part of a dead man's body?
I mean...
Why would you not, you know?
Things have definitely changed.
Yeah. And that, my friends, is the Somerton Man. You should go check out the other info and... bring a bit of air back to this case. See what your theories are and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll definitely update you guys if anything comes to light from the body being exhumed. But yeah, you should have a look. There's heaps of people that have come forward and little tidbits, but you don't know if people are just trying to get a bit of fame or...
That's true.
Yeah.
But you also look at him and you do think, that's a British man. That's an English guy.
With nice legs.
With nice, muscly legs. Look, I know the legs are of he's dead.
I told you, grey eyes, ginger, muscly legs.
Very strong thighs. Maybe he is the right one. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No. Well,
So I know it's from Australia, but there you go. First cold case. Look at me go. So thank you, James, for taking me down that spiral. But yeah, it was super interesting, and I hopefully we can tell you a little bit more about maybe I'll do another ep if some more details come to
how
light.
long does it take for them to get the results from a DNA test? Because now that's news.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that was May, so I don't know. It could be because of COVID that things have kind of taken a back burner.
And also it seems like more of a fascination case than anything else.
Yeah, and that's why that original attorney was like, no, just because you want to have a little look at this, you don't have any actual...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do 80 years later?
Exactly. So, right. But yeah, you guys should have a little deeper dive into that one because I left a lot out because it would have been a huge bore.
Well, I know I'm going to. Well, thank you, Mung Beans, for listening.
Thank you for keep coming back to us.
And...
yeah, follow us on the Instagrams. Love ya.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.
Or as they say in Cornwall, cheers and gone.
Cheers, big ears.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.